Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval. Today we will be reviewing the pinnacle of the Japanese battleship line, this being Super Yamato, or as I have renamed her, Tsushima, and the sister ship Osaka. Just my preferences. This ship is actually really good, but she seems more powerful than she actually may be. So we'll take a look at that in a moment. So let's take a look at her stats. 99,900 health, 50% torpedo resistance, so that's still pretty good. Up to 18 inches of armor, mainly on the gun uh, faces and the barbettes. Exact same hull as Yamato. This ship is literally just exactly like Yamato with a few key differences. One being her guns. She has 20-inch guns, or 510 millimeter guns. She only has 6 of them arranged in 3 double turrets, but man, oh man, are these guns powerful. Shell velocities are really good. Look at the damages you can do with these. AP maximum damage is 22,300 hit points. HE piercing is 85 millimeters, and it does 8,800 damage each. This ship can go through any kind of armor, right through the nose. There's nothing strong enough to stop it, and H42, if you angle it just right, can actually bounce the shots with her nose, but not very well. But yeah, this ship is amazing when it comes to her armament. She also has a secondary battery of 6-inch guns and 2 triple turrets, and then kind of upgraded 5-inch guns. They're a little bit different style than normal Yamato. They're actually the same ones found on Akaishi. And then for AA defense, her AA stats are actually relatively good as well. It's just very little different from Akaishi, which actually has 2 DPS more than Tsushima. So she's still pretty good there. Gun range is 27.6 kilometers and secondary range is 7.2 kilometers. Very good. Um, Speed is 27 knots. She has fighters. She carries 6 aircraft, so they launch double at a time. And the cool thing about this camo is that you actually have, it's a Japanese plane, but it has American markings on it. So that's pretty interesting. Alright, now for modules, she has repair and a heal. I have her for disaster retardant, steering, and you could go with accuracy, but I find that her accuracy is actually relatively decent as what it is now. So I actually have her to go for reload and gun rotation because without it, it's just absolutely dreadful. Alright, so let's toss her into a game and see how we can do today. Alright, and here we have ourselves a game. We have a bunch of battleships, 3 cruisers, and 2 destroyers. And actually a really good map too. Awesome, I love this map. So let's see what battleships we have. We have an Osaka, Tsushima, which are both Super Yamatos, just one has a skin, one does not. We have a France, we have a Grosse Kurfürst, Iowa, Missouri, Bismarck, Minotaur, Takao, Gearing, and Fletcher. So the ones that are going to give me the most trouble are France and Kurfürst. Everything else is a piece of cake. Alright, so let's start going this way. I do have health buffs and speed buffs applied at this time, so keep that in mind. And I think my ornament, let me see if I can show you. It's like a little lantern. It's actually from the most recent ornament pack that you could get. It actually, if I remember correctly, it increases your damage per shot. So my armor piercing actually does more damage than what it says. Alright, so good broadsiding shot on Kurfürst. Let's see if we can get some opening damage. As you can see, the accuracy is relatively good already. I don't have the accuracy module applied. And let's see. And we Citadel her for 34,000 damage. Yes, this ship is amazing. When I first actually started playing her, I didn't really like her because I thought Yamato was better. Mainly because you have three more guns, and they were actually pretty good guns too. And I just wasn't able to get a hold of uh, the fact that these guns are just so much more powerful. But now I know better. That doesn't mean Yamato's a bad ship, it just means that the Super Yamato has better guns, but her broadside total damage is not actually that much. Currently in the game, the top tier battleship that has the heaviest broadside is Montana. Osaka might have amazing shell damage and overmatching capability, but that doesn't mean that she has the strongest broadside. Look at right there, 54,000 damage. The ship is amazing, and if you play Arena and you get tossed into a top tier game, most of the time, if there's a battleship, it's a Super Yamato. Because they just sit there and bow tank each other, but that doesn't really work because you just go right through the bows. Alright, so we got another citadel, and our secondaries are starting to work on this Takao. I want to finish off this Tsushima real quickly so I can start handling the Iowa and the Kerr first over here. See, look at that accuracy. It's just amazing. I'm not getting good damage by it, but I'm at least hitting the ship with relatively all my shots. Alright, let's see if we can go through the bow on this Iowa. Yeah, we should have no problem. And 6 hits, not even a citadel. And it was, what, 32,000 damage? Now remember, you still have the hull of a Yamato, so you can still be easily one-shotted if you get shot on the broadside. Now I'm trying to see if I can finish off this Iowa before she does me. And no citadels, unfortunately, but 23,000 damage. Alright, so we were able to ricochet all those shots. So you can use your armor effectively. And then our guns are reloaded. And there we go. Finish her off. And, I was going to try and cap the base, but we're already almost out of it. So let's keep going this way. I'm going to go on the left side of the island, mainly because I don't really want to get any closer to this Kerr first than I have to. Alright, I can take a look to see what other ships we have. Alright. So let's see what we can do against the Kerr first in this salvo. 23,000 damage, almost 24,000. And these are just normal salvos. You normally get like 23,000 all the way up to, as you saw in that Tsushima in the beginning, like 54,000 damage. And you can even one-shot entire battleships if you get enough citadels. So that's like 100,000 damage just right off the bat. And that just makes the ship so much fun because you're practically unbeatable. I say practically because you still have the armor of Yamato, but your guns are unmatched. So let's see if we can get a little bit out of this Missouri. Yep, 15,000. I'll take it. And we have a broadsiding Bismarck, so for all the times that Bismarcks have given me trouble, it's nice to give it back once in a while in the form of 20-inch shells. And we were able to get 27,500 damage. You can just see that the damage numbers you can get with the ship are amazing. I don't actually know what my top damage is for this ship. We can actually take a look at that in a moment. But this ship is just so amazing at just getting super amounts of damage. 23,000 damage. It's just like, I don't think I've had a salvo less than 15,000 damage yet. Now, one place she does suffer is, I want to say, cruisers, because sometimes her guns are so big that they just go right through the ship and don't actually penetrate, they just overpen. Look at that. She was almost completely angled, still 5 pens. And then destroyers. Her secondaries are not very good. They're best against destroyers, but even then, they're kind of meh. And then her guns, she has 6 of them, and yes, high explosive does major amounts of damage. But that means you still have to hit them first. And I might be able to get a kill on this H-42 before she gets around that corner. There we go, awesome. And can we finish up this gearing as well? With our secondaries? Oh, nah, France got her. That's alright. Alright, so let's see how we did today. 333,600 damage, 3 ships sunk, 66 shell hits, 6 aircraft shot down, 4 citadels, 117 secondary hits, 6,700 base XP. Armor piercing did 316,000 damage, and secondaries did about 17,000. That was probably mostly on the destroyer, it looks like, and a little bit on other ships. But yeah, the amount of damage you can get from these guns is amazing. Actually, let me check my record. Let's go all the way down to Tsushima. My gun damage record is 567,104 damage. Yeah, you can get major numbers with this ship. So with that, I will wrap up today's video. If you liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe. And tomorrow, we will be starting the American battleship line with, personally, what I think is an overpowered ship, Wyoming. So, thank you for watching again, and take care.